Question number 2, comprehension, 20 marks. You must understand that the word comprehension comes from the word comprehend, which means to understand. So the instruction reads verbal. Read the following passage carefully and then answer the questions that follow. So we do have these numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then lastly 6. So these numbers represents paragraphs. So this is paragraph 1, 2, 3, then up to number 6. So now whenever you are answering comprehension, okay, the first key thing that you must take note is that at least try to read paragraph 1 and paragraph 2 or up to 3 just to grasp, okay, one or two things from the given passage. You cannot just start answering things whereby you don't have an idea. All right, so I strongly advise you, at least when you see comprehension question, read at least paragraph 1, 2 or 3 so that you get one or two things, so that you understand what the passage or the story is all about. So number 1, it reads, Jonas Salk was born in America in 1914. Okay, so here we have been introduced to Jonas Salk, who was born in 1914. Okay, his father worked in a clothing factory. Okay, Salk studied at New York University of Medicine, where he graduated in 1939. Okay, from the start of his medical career that same year. So after just graduating, then okay, he started let me say his medical career that same year. Okay, so Salk was interested in viruses, okay, which means studying viruses. So these are tiny parasitic organisms which are visible only under a powerful microscope. So here they are simply giving us a definition of what viruses are, saying these are tiny, which means they are small, okay, organisms which are visible only under a powerful microscope, meaning we can only see them let me say by using a powerful microscope. In this case, what type of a microscope? It's an electron microscope, which is more visible. So now 2, in 1947, after working on the subject for several years, Salk became interested in polio, a disease against which there was no protection at that time. Okay, the disease was common and worldwide, and by the early 1950s, several epidemics had broken out in Europe and America. Okay, number 3, the virus enters the body through the throat and attacks the spinal cord. In most cases, the patient recovers, but where the attack is severe, it can destroy the nerves. As a result, the patient can become severely paralyzed. Okay, so we have gotten one or two things. Okay, we have been introduced to the protagonist or the main character, who is Jonas. Okay, and also about polio. Okay, and also about let me say the definition of viruses, that these are tiny organisms which are visible only a powerful microscope, which means if you do not have a powerful microscope, you cannot see viruses. Okay, so we have gotten one or two things here. That's the good part of answering comprehension. Now, after reading 1, 2, 3, now you can go to the questions. Now go to the question. Go to the questions. You have now to go to the what? To the questions, so that you understand. Now, the first question, it says from paragraph 1, okay, Jonas was born in the dash century. So now if you check from paragraph 1, it says that this man was born in 1914. That's when this man was was born. So if the question was like in which year was Jonas Salk born, would have answered saying 1914. But here if you check, at last there's the word century. What is century? So century is simply let me say, the period of 100 years. So 100 years simply means it's what? It's century. This is what it means. You've seen? This is what it means. So 100 what? Years. So what are we going to do? So here they're simply asking us to convert 1914 into what? A century. So what does this simply mean? We'll simply add, saying we are going to say plus. The word century simply means a period of what? 100 what? Years. So we are going to say plus, then we're going to start with 0, 0, and 1. We'll do this. So if you check here, we have 19. So if you check, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you have 4 numbers, if you check, we have 4 numbers. Okay. What is the half of 4? The half of 4 is 2. So our main interest here, it's 1 and 9. We'll just get 2 numbers. The first 2 numbers, that's what we are going to do. We'll get, so we're going to get 1 and 19. So that's why now we are going to put the 1. You are going to see others whereby when they are solving, they'll simply do this. They'll simply add 1 here. Why? Because we simply target the first 2 2 numbers. So if the numbers, let me say, are like this, okay, you have seen 1, 2, 3. We'll simply target the first number. That's why now we are going to put the what? The 1. So if we add, so here 19 plus 1 is what? Is 20. So the correct answer here is what? 20th what? Century. That's how we calculate. And the correct answer here in this case was C, which is what? 20th what? Century. Now we move. Let us go now to paragraph. Okay, we check question number 2. It's in paragraph 1. You have seen in paragraph 1, viruses dash. We have read that viruses, let me say, are tiny, are very small, and it can only take you to see them by using what? A powerful microscope. In this case, which is an electron microscope. Yes. So now viruses are, in short, they're simply asking us to define what viruses are. And in this case, the correct answer is A. Cannot be seen by naked eyes. Now, let us look at B. B are immense parasitic organisms. Okay. Then letter C are invisible under a powerful microscope. Check the word. We have invisible. Even if you use a powerful microscope, you won't be able to see them. Okay. So there's a tricky word here, which is invisible. So here, when you use a powerful microscope, they become visible, not invisible. You've seen? Then lastly, are visible under any microscope. That's wrong, because in the paragraph we have read under a powerful, not any microscope. So if here they have said any, which means including, let me say, light microscopes, they can able to see viruses. That's totally wrong. So the correct answer in this case here it's A, because viruses cannot be seen by what? By naked what? Eyes. So here, let us move to number 3. According to paragraph 2, you have seen the goodness of reading paragraph 1 up to 3, right? So according to paragraph 2, for how long had Jonas Salk worked when he became interested in polio? For dash years. So the first key thing here, they want us to calculate the number of years, so we have to go to paragraph 2. Let us check paragraph 2. Let us go to paragraph 2. Paragraph 2. Let us go to paragraph 2. Paragraph 2, it reads, in 1914, okay, after working on the subject for several years, okay, Salk became interested in polio, a disease against which there was no protection at the time. The disease was common and worldwide, and by the early 1950s, several epidemics had broken out in Europe and America. So here, they're simply asking us to calculate the number of years. If you check here, according to paragraph 2, for how long had Jonas Salk worked when he became interested in polio? So now here, what you must understand from the passage we have read in paragraph 1, saying that this man graduated in 1939. That's when this man graduated. Then now in paragraph 2, we were introduced to this year, which is what? 1947. Okay. So this man graduated. So after just graduating, that's when his career started. Then in paragraph 2, we were introduced to this what? Yeah. So in this year, he started working. Okay, his career started. Then now we have been introduced to this year. So what we're going to do to find the years, we have to subtract. So we are going to say 1947. Going to say minus what? 1930 what? 9. Well, we're going to do this. 7 minus 9, which is it can't. We have to borrow a 1 from what? From 4. We are going to remain with 3. We add the 1 here, it becomes 17. So 17 minus 9, which is 8. So 3 minus 3, which is 0. 9 minus 9, which is 0. 1 minus 1, which is 0. So the correct answer here is 8 years. So the number paragraph 2, then it says number 4. In paragraph 2, what could have been the reason for Jonas Salk to become interested in working on polio? Because we have read in paragraph 2 saying that by that time, it was common worldwide and without what? Cure. That's what we have read. Then now, paragraph number 5, it reads, we can conclude from paragraph 3 that in most cases the patient recovers when the virus, we have read saying that it attacks severely. From paragraph 3, then number 6, from paragraph 4, which of the following statements is true? Improved education dash, improved sanitation dash. Let us go to paragraph 4. To paragraph 4, it reads, what is interesting is that although improved sanitation reduces the chance of infection, it also increases the chance of epidemics in poor countries. That's why now I've gotten this answer. If you check here, it says reduces the chance of an epidemic. That's where now I've gotten the answer. Then now we move to number 7. In paragraph 5, how old was Jonas Salk when he announced that he had developed his trial vaccine? He was dash years old. So now we have to go to paragraph now to paragraph 5. Okay, let us go to paragraph 5. Paragraph 5, paragraph 5, paragraph 5, paragraph 5. Where are you? Okay, it says Salk studied all the works available on viruses and vaccination from Edward Jenner's discovery of the smallpox vaccine. He decided to develop a vaccine for the disease in 1953. Salk announced that he had developed his trial vaccine. It contained some dead polio viruses and penicillin. Salk, with his wife and 3 children, was among the first to receive the vaccination. It proved to be safe and effective. The following year, a mass trial was launched in which hundreds of school children were vaccinated. So here, the question is asking us, okay, to do this, if you check here, since it says in paragraph 5, how old was Jonas? So when he announced that he had developed his trial vaccine, he was dash years old. So we have 29, 39, 49, and 53. So now, what are we going to do in order for us to find this answer? What are we going to do? So if you check, if we do our thing verbal, since here it says in paragraph 5, let us check. In paragraph 5, paragraph 5, paragraph 5, in paragraph 5. In paragraph 5, is it paragraph 5? Check. Yes, in paragraph 5, how old was Jonas Salk when he announced that he had developed his trial vaccine? He was dash years old. So now, if we check verbal, this man was born in what year? This man was born in 1914. Then now, in paragraph number 5, we are introduced to this year, 1950 what? 53. So we have now to check. Okay, we have to do our subtraction. So we have now to know the years. So it's 1953, then minus 1914, which is in this case, it's 39. Okay, so in this case, this man was 39 years what? Old. So let us move. In which year, according to paragraph 5, was a mass trial launched in which hundreds of school children were vaccinated in dash. So if you check, we have to be very much careful. Paragraph number 5, if you check very well, it says here we have 1953, then at last we have what? At last we have 1953, then here we have the following year. So 1953, the following year, it's what? 1950 what? 1954. That's the correct answer here. I don't want this video to be long, okay? So 1954, that's the answer. Then what is the title of the passage? Dash Jonas Salk. So now we have to look at the achievements. So the correct title, it's the medical achievements of Jonas Salk. Then now, from the underlined words in the passage, find one word which means the same or nearly the same, or the following words or phrases. So in short, they're asking us to find the synonyms. So without danger, we can simply conclude to say it's safe from the underlined word. Then now we have the word serious, which we can simply say it's severe from the underlined word. Then now we have fascinating, which means interesting from the underlined word. Then lastly, minute, which means time. Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you very much.